right, so there's a framework I want you to understand. I want you to understand it not just as it relates to Happy for a Change, but I really think it's going to make your life better. I think it's going to give you a shift in perspective, give you a new vantage point, and really improve your life. So look, on board with Happy for a Change or not, I think what you're about to hear is going to be something pretty useful for you. Now, I'm not trying to claim that I am 100% right about everything. I just found this perspective that's helped my life, and I think it might be helpful to you, even just to hear it, okay? So I teach something called the 6 Guiding Essentials. And these are 6 questions you want to think about and ask yourself and come to a conclusion on that will help you to tackle any problem and to find solutions for your life, to get unstuck and to move forward, to feel empowered, to do more. All right, 6 Guiding Essentials. Now, these 6 Guiding Essentials, these principles have 6 questions, and they're super easy questions. You've heard these questions your whole life. It's run-of-the-mill, ordinary, simple questions. Anybody who hears it will know exactly what it is. It's who, what, where, when, why, and how. All right, those are the 6 questions. And if you want to get a full understanding of any circumstance, any situation, any story, you're going to need to answer these 6 questions. Police investigators use it to interrogate suspects, to figure out their cases. Parents use it to talk to their kids. You know, who were you with? When did you go? Where were you? You know, why weren't you home? To get the full picture. If you're writing a story, you better be able to answer these 6 questions in that story for people to have a true picture of what's going on. All right, so 6 Guiding Essentials are these 6 questions. But what's essential about it are the principles that are attached to these questions. These are the foundational principles to hold when thinking about these questions, okay? And it's pretty simple. I'm just going to run through them. The first question is who? And the principle that goes with who is the self. Self, all right? When you're thinking about any solution, when you're trying to tackle any problem, what I encourage you to do is to put the onus on you, on yourself. Whatever the solution is, it's going to come from you, right? Sometimes it's tempting to be like, well, the only problem is that my boss acts this way. So if my boss can change, then everything will be fine. So it's my boss's fault and my boss has to change. It's up to my boss. Right? It's up to my lover. It's up to my mother. It's up to my partner. Whatever. Right? You can put the onus on somebody else. You can put the onus on the circumstance or the place or the thing that's holding you back, that's limiting you. Right? I'm not crazy. I believe that external factors can, quote unquote, hold you back. You know, but if the mindset that you want to have in your head is I get the blame, I get the responsibility, because if I get the blame, then I have the power. Right? If you are to blame, if it's something that you can change, then you have power. So when you're thinking about any solutions, you want to think about the self. All right. The second question is what? What? And the principle that goes for that is becoming. Look, there's the object of your desire, what you want, right? But you don't want to think about your desires necessarily as being external to you, as being apart from you. You want to see your desires as being an extension of who you are. An extension of who you are. That's different than it being apart from you. It's a part of you. Your desires is an indicator of what you are becoming. The moment you have any desire, the moment you have any experience, you automatically, even without thinking about it, you launch into your future experience an enhanced version of who you are now, a more expanded version of who you are, right? So you're at a restaurant, right? The waiter delivers the meal to you on your table, and you take a bite, and it doesn't have enough salt, right? Doesn't have enough salt. Well, the moment you have that experience, the moment you bite into that, you automatically launch into this future experience, this version of yourself with the meal, with salt, right? With the appropriate amount of salt. And if nothing's holding you back, no doubt and no limiting thoughts or anything like that, you can be inspired towards action to bring about the solution, to bring about what you are desiring, right? And that could be simple as reaching over, picking up the salt on the table and putting it on your food, or asking the waiter for salt if it's not around, right? Or getting up and going getting it in the kitchen if you really wanted to, right? Whatever you needed to do to get the salt. So you have the experience, you launch into your future, an enhanced version of yourself, you with the improved meal, and then you are inspired to bring it about, all right? So when you're thinking about your desire, you want to think about what you are becoming, because you are becoming you plus this extra thing, you plus this extra circumstance. It's you plus more, because who you are doesn't stop with just at your skin level. Who you are extends beyond your physical form and includes what you care about, the people that you're connected to, the places that you go, etc., etc. So the foundational principle, the principle attached to the question, what is what you are becoming? Now, the other two questions coming up, these are very simple. It's where and when, and the answer to that, the principle to that is here and now. Where and when is here and now. All right? Whatever solution you find, whatever it is you want to do, try to find a place to start right now. Okay? Don't put it off until tomorrow. Don't sleep on it. By the times you get inspired by something, you get motivated by something, you get captured by something, and you're full of fire, and you go to bed, and then you wake up and that fire is embers, or maybe not even that, right? And the impulse goes away, and the courage goes away, and the audacity goes away, right? The opportunity leaves. Because the closer you can get your starting time to right now, the better off you'll be. Once you start engaging in it with it as soon as possible, you'll have a vested interest and you'll want to continue it. Yeah, here and now. That's all I'll say about that. It's pretty simple. I'm not going to do a whole consultation session here with you, giving you the gist. So far we have who, that's the self. We have what, that's becoming. Where and when, that's here and now. The fifth question is why? Your motivation. What is motivating you? Now, motivation can be a little tricky, right? Motivation is a little tricky. Some people know what motivates them. Some people don't know what motivates them. Some people know what motivates them but resent it. I actually had a lovely young lady who was at an event, I don't know, a few years ago. We were in a coffee shop sitting around in a group sort of discussion, and she said she had a dilemma. She had a dilemma that she needed some help with. She was stuck. She was stuck between two choices. She didn't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Peter, she says, stuck between two choices, equal choices. And I told her a dilemma are two actually equal choices. One is not actually better than the other. Have you examined this? Do you believe that these are actually two equal choices, that no choice has more pros and cons than the other? They're even Steven. Because otherwise, just choose the one that you value most. No, they're equal. They're equal. Are you sure? Yes, I'm equal. I'm stuck. I need your help. It's a dilemma. I said, all right. Are you sure? She said, yes. Are you? Yes. She was stuck between two choices. The first choice was to stay in school. She's studying to be a doctor. She's getting her PhD. She's been doing it for many years. And, she feels she's doing it because she's trying to please her parents, right? She's trying to please her parents, trying to make her parents happy. And that's not my motivation. I'm doing it for my parents. Okay? I should be doing something else. I should leave school, quit school, and do something else. Two choices. Her dilemma. Stay in school or quit. So I told her, all right, I've got the answer for you. I can help you out with this. Easy to do. I said, you ready? Yeah. I told her, quit. Quit school. Leave. And she immediately said, no! No, I can't quit school. I've been doing it for so long, and I put so much into it, and my parents would be so proud of me if I finished. And I said, whoa, is that something you care about? Your parents being proud? Is that something that matters to you? Yeah. It makes you feel good? Yeah. See, Her motivation was pleasing her parents. And there's some people who get in their head that their motivation is wrong. I shouldn't want it for this reason. I shouldn't want it for that reason. Maybe I should. No, your motivation reveals itself to you. Why are you doing whatever you're doing? You're doing it because you value it. If you don't value it and you've come face to face and you don't value it, change it. But she valued being in school. And although there were some cons that she didn't like about it, what was really holding her down was this idea that it was wrong to do something for that motivation. It should be for her and her alone. It should be within her own heart and what she really cares for and her purpose for being born. Yada, yada, yada. No. She valued her parents. It made her very happy to please them. And it was in accordance with her values. So it wasn't really a true dilemma. She knew all along what the right answer was for her. She figured out her motivation, and that revealed the way forward for her. Finding your why is important. Some people do things because of money, right? Some people do things because they want status, right? They want prestige, they want influence, they want access. Some people do it because they want power, right? We're motivated by all kinds of things. Some people are carnally motivated, hedonists, right? Some people are motivated by higher ideals. Whatever motivates you, you make your peace with that and make use of it. All right. I told myself I wasn't going to do this whole consultation session. I was just supposed to give you some context to what we're talking about here. So let me end with the last thing. The last question is how. And this is why everybody comes to see me, okay? They hear everything I have to say. They go, yeah, Peter, that stuff sounds really great, okay? You're making me a better person. But how? How do I get what I want? How do I achieve what I want? How do I do this? How do I change? The key to creation is habit. Habit, habit, habit. Everything you see around you is the consequence of habit. Even water dripping on stone can create a cavern. The power of habit, action over time, that's what creates change. And so if there's anything you want change in your life or in the world, you've got to do one of three things at the very least. You have to add a habit to your life. You have to remove a habit that you have. You have to modify a habit that you already have. Add, subtract, modify. Habits. What habits are you engaged in? If you want anything to change, you have to change those habits. And that's what Happy for Change is about. It's about changing a habit. And the habit we want to change is the habit of attention.